there, I'm Christina, Marketing Executive at Commusoft, and today we'll be talking about Service Level Agreements, or SLAs. We'll be going through who is an SLA for, what is an SLA, why do you need one, who writes it, what happens when you break it, and how do you prevent these contract breaches from ever happening. Let's get started. So, first of all, who is an SLA for? Generally, field service companies working in B2B will have a contract, and an SLA is a small part of it. So you can be working in plumbing and heating, electrical, fire and security, window cleaning. Any type of field service business can benefit from a service level agreement. This being said, companies who deal with a lot of maintenance work are the most likely ones to have a service level agreement. So what is a service level agreement? An SLA is part of a contract between a service provider, which could be the field service company, and a customer, which for example could be an office buildings management team. Here the provider agrees to a certain level of service or a standard. These often come with financial penalties in case of non-compliance, so they're definitely no joke, especially if you're a growing company. So if a fire and security company has agreed that the downtime on a sprinkler cannot exceed 12 hours, then they must comply and send the technician to fix it within the allotted time or suffer the consequences. And these consequences will be something we'll go through in a minute. So why do you need an SLA? Simply put, you need a service level agreement as an additional part to a contract because both parties need to agree on what quality service means. Some customers will expect 24/7 availability when they sign a contract, while others will only expect you to pick up the phone during the weekend, nothing more. Furthermore, an SLA can be revised with a lot less effort than a contract. So, contracts are usually renewed after a year or more, but you can revise an SLA on a quarterly basis depending on performance or a previous agreement between the two parties. Who writes an SLA? It's usually the service provider, so that's you, the field service company, who proposes a service level agreement in the initial negotiation phase. So, for example, when you're sending forth a proposal while tendering for a contract. Some field service companies might even have different SLAs with tiered prices, where 24/7 availability, for example, means an increase in the cost of their services. In turn, they also have to agree to more severe penalties in case of a breach, which makes the higher price worth it. And this takes us to our next question. What's the risk of breaching an SLA? Well, the main risks are obviously losing money, losing contracts, and losing your reputation. So these are very serious. First of all, you might lose money because there are financial penalties usually associated with breaching a contract. So if you said that it's only going to take you 12 hours to send a technician around, but it actually takes you 3 days, then it's only normal, and some partners actually insist on you paying for the downtime of their business. So depending on who you work for, that can mean a lot of money. Numerous breaches can also lead to losing contracts, which you don't need us to tell you why this is bad. So, of course, losing contracts means losing on a lot of recurring income. And at the same time, that can really damage your business. And third, and finally, you can lose your reputation. Generally speaking, earning contracts is a lot about networking, and it's a lot about the reputation you've built and the testimonials you've accrued in time. So if you lose out on a contract, or if news gets around that you usually breach your service level agreements, nobody's really going to be looking forward to hiring you again. So what are the risks of breaching service level agreements? Well, first of all, there's losing money. The most likely result of breaching an SLA is that you'll get a fine. Depending on the severity and the frequency of a breach, these fines are going to vary, but if they do build up, your business is going to suffer in the end. Second one is losing contracts. So if maintaining SLAs to the standards expected is becoming increasingly difficult, whether because of negligence or just poor tracking, then that can be a problem. Because usually contracts only allow for a certain number of breaches before the partner is allowed to terminate. And this takes us to our final one, which is losing your reputation. Online reviews are becoming an increasingly popular method for customers and prospective partners to review businesses. So the last thing you want is for a string of negative reviews to surface online. It's a small world, so these negative rumors can work against you when it comes to tendering for new contracts. So how do you avoid these breaches? Well, the easiest answer is with a contract management software, which can be part of your general management software or it can be a separate tool. Nowadays, even tendering for contracts can be quite difficult unless you prove that you have the tools necessary to manage the additional workload. So a good software is really going to make a difference. But before you choose one, make sure it comes with the following: a visual countdown and timer. Because for SLAs, being able to visualize them makes it a lot clearer and easier for the admin to be aware of the service level agreement, its status, and the time remaining before a breach. This can be a massive help, allowing staff to keep track with ease. The second thing you should look out for is automatic breach notifications and warnings, because these, combined with the visual cues, come with notifications and warnings. So it'd be no use tracking them if you weren't able to do anything useful with that information afterwards. Or imagine an alarm clock that never went off. Not very useful, right? The third thing you should pay attention to is how detailed the reporting tool of the service level agreement feature is. This is going to come very much in handy when you're tendering for new contracts, because it will allow you to show that you have a history of keeping your service level agreements intact. You'll be able to tell your future customers that, for example, it never takes you more than 2 hours to have somebody on the scene, depending on the area you work in. So all in all, contract management software is really going to help you make sure that you never breach an SLA again. And there you have it, all you need to know about service level agreements in about 5 minutes or so. But if you want to delve deeper into the topic, check out the description box down below and head over to our Commusoft blog, where you're going to find a full-length article on the matter, as well as a free downloadable. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. I'm Christina, Marketing Executive at Commusoft, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye!